Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back to our next day for math. So we're going to pick up where we left off from yesterday, but today is going to look a little bit different. Today we're only going to be doing the even numbers for our problems because it's a ton of problem solving today, and the extra ones, so the odd ones, if you want to go back and work on more of those on your own, do it. Oh my goodness, send me pictures of your extra work. But I only am going to assign for you guys today the even numbers. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 0, of course, but the numbers only go up to 8. So let's look at our first page together. We are going to be on pages 22 to 26. And again, we're only doing the even numbers, all right? So the first page, we're going to do a problem on each page together to get your brains thinking through it. This problem is all about using arrays, and an array is like an equal group. Remember, we make those X's all in our order. We're going to do that to help our brain think about number 2, the first problem. So we have this guy named Jack, and Jack has 36 toy robots. He wants to display, that means to show, 9 on each shelf in his room. How many shelves will Jack need to display all of his robots? So I can go ahead and I can make my 9 robots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's one shelf with 9. I gotta make another shelf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many robots is that? Well, 9 plus 9 is 18. I gotta make another shelf. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Oh, 27. I almost went too far. 27, because I have to make sure my arrays stay nice and neat. I'll kind of scooch it over here with more room. Am I done yet? Nope, I'm still not done because I'm only at 27. So I got to go again. 27, 28, 27, 28, 29, 35, 36. Look how it's perfectly even. You can see that. So 9 rows. Not 9 rows, but 9 is in each row. So how many rows do you see there? I see 1, 2, 3, 4. So my answer, Jack will need, how many shelves? Jack will need 4 shelves. I'm going to actually stick this right here. It's a little cleaner. He needs 4 shelves. Now I could have also thought about a multiplication sentence here. I could have done 36, or a division sentence, divided by 9 equals 4. That's the most efficient way to get there, but it's important that you think about how arrays can be set up. So there is an array right here to show 9 on each shelf. So when you do this problem about Emily and her plates, you can draw a picture, or you can see if you can think about a division or multiplication sentence to use here, okay? So you're going to do 2, 4, and 6 on this page. That's it. All right, pause me if you need to pause me. Always feel to press the space bar so I'm not going too fast, all right? I'm going to keep moving on to the next page. So on page 23, we're going to be doing problems about the area. Area, remember area and perimeter? Area is that outside, and we use multiplication. Jacob uses tiles to cover a rectangular hallway. Each tile it has an area of 1 square foot. He uses 3 rows of tiles with 8 tiles in each row. What is the area of the hallway? So again, area, your brain should be thinking, oh, multiplication. That's right. So I have 3 rows of tiles, so row, row, row with 8 in each row. What's the area of that? Can you picture that? It's going to be 8 times 3. And I'm going to see if I can draw a picture here. I think I can. I'll make it smaller. This is always a good way to help yourself think about problems. So there's 3 rows. So here's my 3 rows on this side. I wish I could draw 1, 2 lines and 8 tiles in each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But a shortcut, I can just write the number 8. So 8 times 3, what's the area of the hallway? 24 square feet. They gave you a label, so you're lucky. So for number 4 and 6, draw a rectangle and see if you can practice doing that. Okay, you're just doing 2, 4, and 6. And then 8, I forgot about this one. 8, you can explain why you chose that strategy. So why did I draw a picture here? I drew the picture of the hallway so I could visualize where 8 and the 3 tiles, the tiles are at in each row. So you want to make sure you explain whichever problem you're going to pick. All right, let's keep going. Pause me if you need to pause me. Feel free to do that. All right, page 24 is a little bit different. This one is 2-step word problems with 2 equations. So this one you're going to need a letter for the unknown. Remember letters, we use those. It's like algebra. It means question mark. It means we don't know what goes there. So let's try number 2 together. Cassie bought 50 pounds of dirt. Wow. She used 10 pounds to fill a hole in her yard. Then she filled pots with 5 pounds of soil in each pot. How many pots could she fill? Now you can't just guess because we need to think about how much dirt she has. So it told us she has 50 pounds of dirt, but she used some of the dirt. So when you use something, you take away. Like if I have a big pile of dirt and I'm going to use some, that's minus 10 pounds. So 50 pounds of dirt minus 10 pounds of dirt. What am I left with once I get rid of those 10 pounds? What's 50 take away 10? 40. So now I'm left with 40 pounds of dirt. 50 take away 10 equals 40. But I'm not done because I still need one more. I haven't answered the question. Then with these leftover 40 pounds, I'll put pounds right here. Oop, I don't need to make it all capital. Then after the 40 pounds is left, I have, what does it say? I filled all of my pots with 5 pounds each. But the thing is, I don't know how many pots. I have no idea. I don't know how many pots there are. So that's going to give me a clue. I know I have 40 pounds. So 40 divided by 5 equals, I'm going to put the letter P, which means I have no idea how many pots. I know I have 40 pounds and I got to put 5 in each. How many pots would I need for that? So now I can use division. 40 divided by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 40 divided by 5 equals 8. Cassie fills 8 pots because I know that 40 divided by 5 equals 8. And I can write that here, or I can even do it with multiplication, which I love multiplication. 8 times 5 equals 40. Okay? So this is what you want to make sure you have here. You're going to have a letter with an unknown. This one's going to have 2 equations. Do you see the first one? I did a minus, and then I did a division. 2 equations. All you have to do for this page is number 2, and you have number 4 by yourself. You have 1 to do by yourself about a boy named Mark. All right, now for this one, 2-step word problems, but this time only 1 equation. 1 equation. So we're going to do number 2 together. Daisy has a goal of reading 75 minutes in 1 week. That's a goal. So a goal means she wants to read that much. She reads 9 minutes a day for 5 days. Ooh, that gave me a clue. She reads 9 minutes a day for 5 days. So 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. So how many minutes is that? 9 times 5. How many minutes is 9? We know 9 times 5. It's 45. But I'm not done yet because look what it says. How many more minutes, M, will she need to reach her goal? So they're saying her goal is 75. How many minutes does she need to read more? So if her goal is 75, and we know she's only read 45 minutes, so 75 minus 45 equals M. That's the way you could have written it. Because she has 75 minutes as her goal, she's read 45 minutes, so how many more minutes does she need to reach her goal? How much more does she need to read? And you got to figure this out. Daisy will have to read how many more minutes? So go ahead and do your subtraction problem. You have plenty of space. You can even work over here. That's why I canceled the odds, because everything's kind of crowded today, so don't worry about it. Just write some of it over here, because we're only doing 2 and 4 on this page. We're only doing 2 and 4 on this page. All right, so you should have got 75 minus 45. Should have got 30. She needs to read 30 more minutes to get her goal. Okay, so you're going to do number 4 by yourself about a guy named Jackson, and he gave his sister some cards, like trading cards. And the very last page, boys and girls, page 26. And all you have to do on this is just page number 2 and 4. Just the even numbers today. I don't want you guys to feel overwhelmed, only the even. All right, everybody, so on this page, it gets a little bit multi-step here because we're going to be estimating. So what I've done is I have tried to get stuff set up for you on the screen, but I also have my notebook here because it's a lot easier to work it in my notebook sometimes than it is on the computer screen. But let's look at this first problem together. Kennedy School has 124 third grade students. Carter School has 16 fewer third grade students than Kennedy School. So how many third grade students in all are at Kennedy and Carter? So first of all, we can't just do 124 plus 16 because Carter does not only have 16 students. We need to figure out how many kids go to Carter School. So we know there are 124 at Kennedy, but we don't know how many at Carter. So we're going to have to do 124 minus 16. And I tried to show you on my computer screen here how, first of all, we can't do 4 minus 6, so we got to go next door. We have to borrow. And the 2 becomes a 1 because now it's not 2 tens, it's 1 10. And the 4 ones is now 14. And now we can just work the problem. 14 minus 6 equals 8. And so you can write that down. And then 1 minus 1 equals 0. And then 1 minus 0 equals 1. So I'm left with 108. So that's not the answer. That's not the answer because Kennedy has 124 students. Now I know that Carter has 108 students. So instead of all this stuff here, I'm just going to delete all this box so I can start myself fresh. It's in my notebook here. Now I know that Kennedy has 124, and I know that Carter has 108 students, okay? But the question is, how many students about? All right, so what I want you guys to do is you can do it 2 ways. You can round 124 and 108, or you can put 124 and 108 together and add that first. And I got the answer of 232. So that's the actual answer for how many students. But the estimated answer, I have to go to the nearest 10, and the 2 makes the 3 stay. So it's about 230 students. That's the about, but the real answer is 232. All right, you guys, I know this is a little tricky today. Good luck. Do your personal best. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye.